Today, as you can see, I have the one and only Raymond Elworth from Kings of Kings Grand Lodge. He's going to be with us tonight. He's going to be breaking down some heavy knowledge as far as the Memphis, what you call that, Grand? Help me out for a second. Grand, what you call that?
Oh, the ancient free Morris right dual jurisdiction.
Okay, so he's going to be breaking down some knowledge about the ancient free and
And
accepted Masons on the Moorish rites.
and the Memphis Mizraim under Top Ryan Yeppa.
Okay, he's gonna be break. In other words, he's gonna kick down some stuff to me that I don't even know, and he's gonna enlighten us about the Memphis Mizraim, the whole spectrum of Freemasonry. I mean, this gentleman right here we met some time ago. Facebook does wonders. We met through Facebook, and then we eventually end up meeting face to face in Chicago, and then from Chicago to Texas. I would say about him, this brother right here, Grandmaster Raymond Elworth, who is Kings of Kings Grand Lodge out of New Jersey, ancient free and accepted Mason, he don't bite his tongue. He don't. If he got something to tell you or say to you, from what I know, he will say that. And I'll leave it at that because that's who he is. I respect him highly. Now he and I said, Grant, why you? No, Hawkins, that mother. I'm like, okay, Grant. I let him do him because that's who he is. He's never biting his tongue. He said what he had to say, and he keeps it moving. Simple as that. We was on hey Grant, you remember that time we was on that Facebook chat and you went so hard in they just booted you out of the group? I think it was like that regular versus irregular.
Well, they done kicked me out a whole bunch of students. Just like a whole bunch of them jokers that kicked me out. So what?
Oh my God, I never forget it. But definitely tonight, I mean, we roll. I mean, I respect him. You know what? He's a good friend of mine. Let me just put it to you like that. Because a lot of people like to talk about people behind their back and say things and do stuff. But I feel, and he and I have had this conversation. If I had something to say, I would say it. Hold on. I got somebody from New Jersey calling me. Hold on. Hello, how can I help you? Oh, they hung up. They didn't want none of it, I guess. But anyway, Grandmaster, go ahead and tell us about this Memphis. The Moorish Rite. Tell me about the Moorish rites.
Oh, well, good evening, everybody. My name is Ray Edwards, as you all know. But, I'm the National Grand Master for the Ancient Free Moorish Right dual jurisdiction. And the reason why it's a dual jurisdiction because after a few years of conversation with the El Day, who is the El Day of the Ancient Free Moorish Right, his brother Aline Day, we've decided, or he allowed us to enter the portals of the Ancient Free Moorish Right. And, I can't tell so many people so much because, we've been stuck in such a traditional form of masonry that's what we know. And the Ancient Free Moorish Right is an attempt to build and show traditional Masons how to understand the truth about Freemasonry because there's so many different truths and it's been watered down when you start talking about Pike and all this, that, and the other. And, there's so much. And the problem with what we have is in actual Masonry has been watered down and it's been stolen, it's been manipulated, it's been prostituted, it's been pimped. So, this is something that I pledge to Brother Aline that we're not going to allow that to happen. So everybody is not welcome. So, brother said, brother's always a brother not always a brother because if brother doesn't live up to the oath that he put that made him a brother.
Right.
So people get mad at me and say, hey, bro, you wrong for that. Well, guess what? No, I'm not because you said I of my own free will and accord. So once, well, no matter what happens with those words after that, whether you print Paul, international, AFNAM, or PHO, it says I of my own free will and accord in the presence of
Right.
my God.
Mm-hmm.
So now when you turn it around and jokers are saying, well, my dues is short. Well, did you come to the brothers and say, hey, man, I messed up. Can you help me?
Right.
Nah, but you stop and you move away. So now the difference between the ancient free Moorish right is what makes you a Mason in traditional Masonry is my obligation. But in ancient free Moorish right, it's fulfilling my obligation.
Mm-hmm.
This is a distinct difference in those words.
Okay.
If you can't live up to your obligation, then you don't need to be a part of it. There's not too many things that can tell you about ancient pre-Moorish rights because I'm not going to tell you. Because you know why? You're going to earn it.
Hey,
why you learn it.
hey, Grandmaster, I have Anthony Brown just posted. He said, I have a book on the Moorish Circle 7, The Noble Drew Ali. Yes, I like that book. What do you think about that?
Ancient pre-Moorish rights, and peace and blessings be upon the Noble Drew Ali and all his followers, but ancient pre-Moorish right has nothing to do with the Moorish Science Temple.
Okay. Repeat that again, because I think some brothers got that mixed up. Could you please repeat that again for me, sir?
The ancient pre-Moorish way does not have anything, and I repeat, anything to do with Noble Drew Ali's teaching or the Moorish Science Temple of America.
Mm-hmm.
It's two totally different entities. It's a respect to those brothers. And you know, the thing about it was, everybody that's a member of Ancient Free Moorish Right is not a Moor.
Right.
And that was one of the things I established with the LK. And I said, I think it would be totally disrespectful if brothers that were not Moors would wear a fez while they're practicing Ancient Free Moorish Right.
Okay.
And that's coming from a dual jurisdiction standpoint. Because most of the brothers on the Ancient Free Moorish Right are Moors.
Okay. Okay.
There's no discern, there's no disagreement between the Jewish jurisdiction and the ancient Moorish right regular jurisdiction. It's just that they're two different entities because of the individuals that are approached.
So what brought this thing about? How long have you been involved with this?
I found out about ancient Moorish right about 4 or 5 years ago. My brother Jalil, Randolph McLeod. Everybody knows Jalil. He's National Deputy Grand Master. He's our Supreme Instructor.
Mm-hmm.
Great brother, good Mason. You know, and when he brought me to this, and I said, wow, this is what it's supposed to be.
Okay.
Because if I start asking questions, there's certain questions that we all learned as Freemasons that we don't get the answers to because there's no real answer.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So let me give you an example, Grandmaster Hawkins.
Go ahead.
We all know how many people tried to get the word from our brother, right?
Correct.
We know how many left. We know how many continued on, correct?
Yes.
So now when they tried to go somewhere else, they came upon a captain, right?
Yes, they did.
Was the captain a Mason, yes or no?
You know, that's the same question I asked the other night. Now, I'm going to say he was a Mason.
Why? But where's your proof at?
Okay, it was what he asked of them. See, the wayfaring captain.
There's no clarity on what he asked of them because there's so many different versions of what he asked.
Okay, I'm going to speak on what I know. And I'm going to speak on what I know. And what I know is the question that was asked of those who was trying to get outside of the country was, do you have permission from King Solomon? And do you have a passport? That's in my ritual.
But different books, whether it be the Duncan, whether it be the Lester, whether it be certain individual books other people wrote, has different versions of what was.
Okay, they
no matter
do.
What happened, there's nothing that clarifies, states that, yes, there was a captain in his vessel. Does it ever state that this man was a Mason in any of them?
It doesn't. It really doesn't.
How do we know him to be such?
Well, I'm just going by on the Q&A. I'm going by the Q&A that's in my ritual.
Well, because you're my friend, I will share the information with you when I see you.
Okay, all right, okay.
Because and then when we've been building Jiraias around the country. A Jiraiya is the same thing as a lodge, but it's a different way that Masonry operates. We're under a different understanding.
Mm-hmm.
So we have 2 Jiraias in Texas. We have a Jiraiya in Virginia, one in Illinois, one in Indiana, Jersey, New York. Virginia's on the way. Oh no, Virginia's over there. I mean, Maryland. I'm sorry.
Okay. So what do you say when people say that it is a waste of money? I mean, I've heard, well, man, that's just a waste of money. What's your opinion about that?
well, then you waste money all the time. But how much money are you wasting? And if you can tell me things that I can't tell you, then I really want to sit back and listen to you.
Okay.
The difference is, this is told from mouth to ear. So those that want to waste their money, you can go do something else anyway, because this ain't for you.
Right. Okay.
The guy will tell you what a waste of money is. He'll go and buy a book and say, I'm this, and never read the book.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
So
man.
I listen to brothers talk all the time about what they do in these groups. All you doing is bashing Prince Hall bashing you. International bashing Prince Hall bashing you. Where we going with this, bro? I done been down that road. All them jokers talk all that mess about what they did, but you know, like I know, Tony Hawkins, we was the first ones that had a John G. Jones thing in Chicago.
We were.
I know I was the one that initiated the call.
Yeah.
And then we had a conference call with the Grandmaster that put it together. So all these other jokers are just running their mouth and popping their gum.
Yeah, we did. It was
Not with me when I say it, because it's not a Mason. Well, I'm not going to say a Mason. I'm going to say a Grandmaster that came to me before I came to them.
Okay.
I visited so many different people that tried to play me short, but when you found out I wasn't the kid you thought I was, then you got to look, oh, he don't know how to talk to people. No, because you don't know how to act. But now because I act a little different than you, something's wrong with it.
Right.
Now, I'm gonna put it to you like this. My good friend Dre Jones. You know why me and Dre Jones was friends?
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Because he's a good brother. You know why? Because a certain bunch of clowns in Chicago, I had an operation on my foot, had a piece of my toe amputated, right?
Uh-huh.
So they was all clowning me on Facebook, calling me the 1 foot grandmaster, this, that, and the other. You know, I can name their names, but then I'll be like, oh, he's still keeping it going. No, I'm telling the truth.
Okay.
So they was in their little Facebook group, joker from Chicago, joker from Texas, this, that, and the other. And Jay was in the group. He was like, well, yo, if y'all got a problem with it, why don't you call it?
Okay.
Ain't nobody say nothing. See, because people in those little cliques and groups, they like to do stuff. They like to throw the rock and hide their hand.
Yeah, that's true.
Between me and you, I wasn't born like that.
Uh-huh.
I was born different. So now what I do is, when I see you, I'm going to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's talk about it now, because guess what? We can tell whether we're going to be brothers or we not going to be brothers, because guess what? You're not going to intimidate me, because most of the places I'm going by myself.
Mm-hmm.
So when I saw you, Tony Hawkins, you was by yourself and I was by myself, right?
Yes, we were.
And see, and what people don't like about me is, I'm not the type of person that's going to be kissing you behind and be your friend.
Mm-hmm.
So I can show you information about a whole bunch of Masons around the country that everybody loves, but they on some whole fuckboy shit. Excuse my language, I'm sorry.
Okay.
They not Masons like they say they're supposed to be, because they do devious, spiteful things just to get their point across. And it's wrong.
Okay.
Now when somebody like me say something, oh, he a troublemaker. No, I'm a troublemaker because why? I disturbed the apple cart?
Mm-hmm.
Now all of a sudden, I've got grandmasters and people that I didn't even know or didn't even know they had a problem with me, calling me, telling me, Ray, you know what, bro? You was right the whole time.
Damn. Well, tell me this here. So I'm going to go back to something you said earlier. Now, somebody just posted something, and they said we're going to talk about the wayfaring man, the captain. So in one book, the brother just posted, I think it was Anthony Maddox, he just posted in his ritual, it says that, do you have the master's word? That's how he knew that he was a Mason. Now, when you and I get together, and it's going to happen, you got to enlighten me, but I'm just saying, that's what brother Anthony Mason just posted.
Anthony who?
Anthony Maddox. I'm sorry, Anthony Maddox.
Oh, Antonio Maddox?
Yeah.
Oh, no, but hey, Joker, he stayed with me. That's a good brother right there. Stay in the fight.
Oh, my.
So it's just,
I said, oh, my.
Yeah, but you know, I can't see your posts and stuff like that, but it's cool. I ain't worried about it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a good dude. He always wants, he wanted to be a part of the primitive.
Mm-hmm.
The guys that took the name and put the name of the primitive on it, because all these jokers was running around here selling these degrees. You know,
yeah.
And that's another thing. Like now, I was appointed by our Hierophant as somebody that that lives in the United States that has lineage and history and everything, and I was appointed National Grand Master of the United States.
Hold on, I got a caller. Hold on just a second. Hey, hello, caller. Who is this?
This is Grand Master Sidney Goffney from New Jersey. How are you, my brother?
Hey, I got another Grand Master from New Jersey. Go ahead, talk to me. What you got to say? Because I got my buddy on tonight, Grand Master Raymond Evers, Kings of Kings from New Jersey. So go ahead, talk to me.
Hey, look, I don't even like that guy. I love him, but hang up on him, Tony. Listen, I don't even know why you got him on your show, man. I can't stand his ass.
Oh,
that's why
my
I'm going to New
goodness.
Jersey right now. That's Grand Master up there. If he lived in South Jersey, I moved to New Jersey.
All right, talk to me, Grand. What you got?
No, but hey, brother, I don't know what your conversation was about. I just seen the message come in from my Grandmaster, so I decided to from Grandmaster Edwards. So I decided to get on. I bring greetings from New Life Brothers Grand Lodge in New Jersey. I want to thank, I want to thank Grandmaster Edwards for all that he's doing in our dual jurisdiction. I'm eagerly and pleasantly surprised to be part of the dual jurisdiction, the Morse Rite. In Masonry, it opened up a lot of doors for brothers, a lot of blanks. Because when young brothers and Masons come in, there's a lot of blanks, a lot of empty space, a lot of gray area. With the Morse Rite, with the Grandmaster Raymond Edwards and the Deputy Grandmaster Brother Jalil, and their teachings, it's closing that gap. It's closing that gray area.
Okay.
So brothers understand more. And without elaborating, we already know that if you think about the third degree and think about the ruffians and travel, they went to a traveling man. They went to a Moor and asked that Moor for travel. And that Moor couldn't grant him travel. For one reason, we know why he couldn't grant him travel, but he couldn't grant him travel. But I teach my brothers, I said, who do you think was the master navigator of the seas? He had to be a Moor. I said, we don't talk about him being a Moor, but he had to be a Moor. And that's what I try to teach my brothers with the teachings of Grandmaster Raymond Edwards and Jalil. I'm improving myself, which is improving my Grand Lodge and improving the brothers that's around me. And I thank them very much for all that they have done for me personally and for my Grand Lodge.
All right. Well, hey, it's glad to have you on the show. Now, I'm going to offer you this invite. Whenever you want to come on the show, you got the number. You text me, you ask me when the next show is coming up, and I have you on there, Grandmaster.
Oh, I appreciate you, my brother. I appreciate you.
Oh, no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
I know he wanted to be a part of this Green Horse, right?
Go ahead, Grandmaster Raymond.
Because all he want to do is fish, and he got to be on a boat to do that, so that's why he want to be in. He don't care about the major. He just want to go.
Oh, y'all too much. Y'all too much. Oh, my goodness.
Yes, sir. I got my fishing pole with me. Keep it with me, just in case.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Tony Harvey, let me explain to you what's happening right now.
Go ahead. Talk to me, Grandmaster.
If you remember at one time, there were, you in this Congress, you in this Congress, you in this Congress. But you know what? A lot of brothers have taken the attitude that I don't care what Congress you belong to, I'm going to support who support me.
Absolutely.
And that's how, like, you was in a different group. I seen you, and, we ran across each other in different situations. Just like the same thing when it came to me becoming a part of the primitive right under the dude down in Texas, right?
Okay.
I gave it full blast, helped that joker more. And I'm going to tell you the truth. I paid my money, my men paid their money. Then when I paid my money for regalia, I'm like, well, what about my cuz? I paid you for him. I got you when you get down there. Okay. I get down there, and he give another joker that I brought to the primitive right the cuff that he want for me because he was a grandmaster in New York, the biggest state. And I'm like, yo, you must think I'm some type of man. Don't even worry about that. Don't even worry. Nah, you give me what I paid for, I'm going to wet your mouth up. So that's when it took a turn to the worst.
Wow.
Everybody can say, Ray said this, but they don't tell the truth how you took money from people. And then you told everybody, yo, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. Like, the joker sent me a text message saying you suspended.
Oh.
Like, what? And it was because I asked, where did this so-called authority come from? I still got the screenshot. Okay, I don't throw nothing. When I put them in the file, I save them. And I bust them open, wide open, any other time. Because y'all done seen it over the years. But like, bro, you've been so busy trying to control people instead of trying to let men be men.
Mm.
That's why y'all can't do nothing when you get up close to a joke and start running your mouth talking about yeah. Well, let's go outside the back and forget about Mason for 5 minutes, because it says I will not strike a brother as is to spill his blood. But if I punch him in the eye and his eye swell up, guess what? I'm still a good thing.
Oh God! Oh, you know what? I'm gonna say this here. With all due respect, I'm glad and I'm happy that you didn't call any names. Let's just clear the air on that, okay?
Oh, I ain't got to call names.
I'm gonna leave it alone. We good.
I'm not gonna call no names, because just like I said, I see these same individuals, and it's like, okay, I see you at such and such event. I'm not gonna disrespect you at that event, because then I'm disrespecting the person I came to support.
Right.
But now, however, you've been with me when we've been around. I said, yo, take me around where the nigga live. Oh, take me around where he live at. Let's see how talk, and the talk is different. Because see, the thing about Masonry is, Masonry has saved lives for some people, and it's saving other people's lives because they Mason.
Right.
Right. Because if you did half the stuff you did to a joker in the street, you wouldn't be around.
Wow. But hey, I got a question for you. I got a question for both of the grandmasters that's on the phone tonight. This question comes from Joseph. I'm not even trying to mess with the last name, but anyway, it says, was the Garden of Eden a temple, a castle, a courtyard? There is some interesting interpretations of the Bible. It makes Adam a king and a priest. What do you guys think about that?
It's 1,000 books out there, right?
Okay, Grandmaster Raymond Edwards, you can go first. Say what now?
No, I said there's 1,000 books. I don't discern or disagree with anything that anybody says, because I'm not completely right. But anything that somebody says to me, I like to read it for myself to get my own interpretation, because that's self-building, because that's what we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be self-builders.
Okay.
I'm not going to take, like I said, what we're trying to teach in ancient Freemasonry, right? And even when it comes down to the Memphis Missourian, there's so misconceptions and so many discerns that people don't even understand what's going on.
Right.
Going around making these jokers get on their knees in a hotel room, and that next thing you know, you got up from 95. How can you go from something from 43 or to 95 and you ain't never been a 33rd? Everywhere who agrees on Scottish Rite, everything happens under the Scottish Rite. When them guys from these different cities and different states practice those higher esoteric degrees, they start with the Scottish Rite. So how can you be anything until you're a 33rd?
That is true.
Run around here selling everything. If you're the 7th degree, you get the 43rd, just so they can make money. And now when I pull a dress about them getting the money, how they doing with Ray the bad guy, Ray the troublemaker. You know how many little crazy phone calls I done got over the years?
Wow.
Bro, it's crazy.
The other grandmaster from New Jersey.
Yes, my brother. No, I agree with Grandmaster Edwards. It's all your interpretation. You know, it depends on which book you read, and even if you are a religious person, it depends on what denomination you are. So you have to take from that what you get from that. So there is no right answer, but there is no wrong answer.
Okay.
So he has to, whatever book he decides, if he's reading the Bible, and the Bible says that the Garden of Eden was the house of Adam, right? Then he takes it for that. If he's reading the Quran, and he said that in the Quran, don't speak about the Garden of Eden, it speaks about the paradise land, right? He has to take his advice from that. So if he read the Torah, he has to take it from there. Wherever he decides to read, and wherever he gets his interpretation from, that's what's best for him. Whatever's best for him in his life, that's the correct answer.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate that. I'm going to read something else somebody put up. They said the Garden of Eden is not taught in a degree from 1 to 32. And I'm going to elaborate on that. No, it is not taught. But what you find in the Garden of Eden is that when they are removed, when I say they are removed, I'm speaking of Adam and Eve, when they are removed from the Garden of Eden, then there is an angel that is placed at the entrance of the garden. And what does he have in his hand? He has a flaming sword. who in the lodge has a sword, and what is that person's duty with that sword or sword? Depends on how you want to pronounce that word. So when you look at that, you can make the correlation between the garden, if you want to look at it from that point of view, and the Masonic realm. But that's only if you're looking at it from a different point of view, a different text, a esoteric point of view, because you can really say, okay, so Adam and Eve is in the garden, and God comes walking through the garden, and then they come out with some fig leaves or apron. It is said in some Bibles they call it an apron, and he says, "Well, who told you that you was naked?" So I'm just saying there's so many different interpretations, like Grandmaster Edwards said, that you have to read and discern from yourself in regards to some of the things that I stated. But if you're going to add in or take out Freemasonry from a biblical point of view, you have to add in other things too, because we all know that in Freemasonry, as Grandmaster Edwards and yourself have just said so eloquently, that there are many different books and rituals out there. So what your jurisdiction may have, it may be a little different than mine, but the universal thing about Masonry that doesn't change are those key landmarks: the grip, the word, and the sign. They don't change. Go for it, Grandmaster Raymond Edwards.
Yeah, I hear you, bro. Like I said, with certain things, like even here, I'm trying not to say too much intentionally, because there are individuals that I don't trust, and I'm never going to trust them.
Right.
So when it comes to what I've been entrusted with, I can't trust them, because you got guys, and I say, okay, well, he don't belong to a lodge. I don't care whether your lodge got 10 members, 100 members, or 50 members, or whatever, as long as you belong to something.
Right.
So now, when you see these jokers out here, well, I'm a Mason. Well, where does it say that? Where do we uphold what we believe in? And so now, guys want to say, I want to be a part of this. I'm entitled. No, you're not entitled. You have to earn that.
Right.
You have to be worthy and well qualified. Truly and truly. All those things mean something. Now, because guys want to do certain things, they're entitled to it. No, I ain't doing that.
One brother just posted.
Everybody knows, there are certain individuals that will never be part of the Morse Rights, because I know who they are, and they ain't gonna never get in. I got rights on it.
Well, some brother just posted, he don't trust nobody but himself, and I really can't blame him. But I would tell you this: if you are a Mason or a member of the,
posted that just said, I don't trust nobody but myself.
Yeah, somebody just posted that.
No, that's not true.
No. It wasn't about, hey, Grant, it wasn't toward you. He was saying about himself. He was, that's Jay. That's Brother Jay. He was saying he doesn't trust anybody but himself. But I'm going to add this to that, is that if you're truly going to be bound by your obligation as a Mason or a sister of the Order of the Eastern Star, then along the way, you're going to trust some people. When you find out then that you can't trust them, that's when you cut your cable toe. That's when you say, I think I better let it go. You know the words. You know
the words.
So I'm just saying, that's how I do it. And Grandmaster Raymond Edwards, he knows. I've called him up and I said, go ahead. Say what, Grand?
No, I'm sorry. I was talking about somebody else. I realized.
Okay. So I was just saying that, in conversation, you should never argue with somebody. You should always have a conversation with the person, because hurt people hurt other people. Listen to what I'm saying. When you wanna get to the bottom of something, it's a conversation. It's not an argument, because hurt people hurt people. And then what you get doing, you get to slinging names. And that is something that I can say that doesn't occur a whole lot unless somebody want to throw some mud up at you. I'm just saying.
Right. And also, my brother, speaking truthfully, when the wise man and the fool argues, after 5 minutes, it's hard to tell who's who.
Repeat that again. You said wise man what? Go ahead, Grant. You said.
Hear what I said?
No, I did not. Go ahead.
What I said was, when a wise man and the fool argues, after 5 minutes, it's hard to tell who's who.
Oh my God, that is so true. But I'm gonna take a pause for the calls, and I'm gonna send a shout out real quick. If you are enjoying this conversation, this particular page, would you please hit the like button? I'm trying to understand this dynamics with this YouTube thing, man, and how to spread the page. So if you like the page and you subscribe to the page, I certainly would appreciate it. Hit the like button. I definitely want to send out a big shout out to these organizations: PHO, PHA, International, Modern Free, Universal, John G. Jones. I'm sending a blanket shout out to all the Masonic brothers and sisters of the order. You know, just letting you know how much we appreciate you and the work that you do. Now, I'm not saying that everybody deserves a shout out. I'm just saying as an organization, that's a shout out, because every organization got some knuckleheads in it, and I can't tell you how that you became a Mason or an Eastern Star. But since you are there, I hope along the way that you would change the way you approach people. I will hope that you change the way that you deal with individuals and show a little bit more integrity and respect, you know, along the way. So I'm just saying, I'm just throwing that out. So a big shout out to all the organizations that are on here tonight, because I know who you are and I certainly appreciate you. And also to Mainstream Grand Lodge, I want to say a big shout out to you, because I know some of you are watching the show, and thank you for the shout out. I want to say that I had a Mainstream brother give me a call, Brother Raymond Edwards. He told me this. He said, Brother Hawkins, I want to say I appreciate your show. It's pretty raw, not something that he would necessarily do, but he likes the fact that I just throw stuff out. I just put it all out there. I couldn't do nothing but shake my head, bro. And I can say the same. I can say the same for you. Are you still online, Brother Edwards?
I'm here listening to you. I know to shut up and listen.
All right. Hey, Grandmaster, the other Grandmaster from New Jersey, give me your name again, sir.
Sidney Goffney, my brother. I'm ancient accepted right.
Okay, Brother Sidney Garfrey?
Goffney.
Okay, I'm just going to say Brother Sidney. How about that?
That's even better.
All right, I appreciate that, because what I don't want to do, and for those who know me, I don't want to mess your name up, and I'm a great dancer. Thank you very much.
No. That's one part. That's a lie.
Wait. Say what? Grandmaster Edwards, you gonna call me what did you just say?
Hey, Ray, you got two left feet, Ray?
I think one left foot at all. I don't think the other one work at all.
Grandmaster Ray Edwards knows. Now, if anybody knows, as far as Masonically speaking, Grandmaster Ray Edwards knows that I'm a great dancer.
That's why they keep it way out on the West Coast.
Oh my God. That's an inside joke. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. That's between me and him. I'll tell you the truth. But definitely, could you explain some more about the primitive rites and Grandmaster Ray Edwards, and how you are involved with the primitive rites?
Well, like I told you, I'm the National Grandmaster for the Masonic under Cal Brian Devier to the 97th degree.
Okay.
It's like, you know, these guys are running around here selling these degrees, right? And they're selling them degrees, so you could be a 95th, you could be a 96, all you got to do is be this and that. First of all, like I explained to you earlier, how can you be a 43rd if you're not a 33rd?
Right.
Then after when I got those degrees, I already was a 33rd, which is, fortunate for me. But, the guys out there that claim they 97th degree, the 97th degree in the Mississippi is an honorary degree given by the Congress.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something that you earn to do that. Like, but you,
right?
You have to be honest and think about, when have you seen these guys do the complete open? You've seen stuff like, and I tell you, all respect to Ali Spencer, because he's been traveling the world trying to find out the truth and bring the truth to his people. But there was a little bit of confusion, so we just decided to go around and stay with Cal Brian, because I wanted to be with the hierophant that I could talk to, reach out to, that can visit me. You see these guys run around talking about they teaching how to practice this right, and it's such a big difference, because when it comes to spirituality and esoteric, there's a connection between you and the higher powers. So, you can't tell me that a dude get on the phone drunk and start swearing, talking about telling you how to build your altar, and this is supposed to be learning the primitive right masonry over the phone.
Okay.
And these guys weren't even visiting people, man. Like, we've had so many different events and they won't even come and show up, and but you want people to send you money, and it was ridiculous, bro.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna break that down. What you just said. I'm gonna flip that and go into some esoteric stuff real quick, just for a brief moment, if you don't mind. So when we take a look at this compass and square in the Bible, which is placed on the altar, which everybody knows. So I don't want anybody saying that Hawkins is trying to display any secrets. My question to those who are out there, and this question was posed to me also, which are the greatest? You have the Holy Bible, the square, and the compass, which we say is the greatest light of them all. But truly, which are the greatest? Which light between those three are the greatest? And I would say this here, and I'm going to back it up. The compass and square is the only great light in Freemasonry. Booyah. Now take me where you want to go. I'm listening. Somebody? Grant, hello?
I'm here. I'm here,
my brother. Once again, that's your teachings. And
No. No, hold on. I'm gonna call him, but go ahead, Grandmaster.
That's your teaching. That's what you're taught, my brother. But I taught there's three great lights in Masonry. Bible square and compass. You cannot function without your Holy Bible square and compass.
I'm gonna share something with you in just a second. I have another brother from New Jersey. Hey, Raymond, tell the whole world that you was gonna be on tonight. I got New Jersey calls coming through. Hey, who's the new brother from New Jersey? Hello? Hold on just a second. Hey, I have a new brother from New Jersey. I don't know who's in the background where you at, Brother Edwards. Brother Sean? Hello? Well, I guess I lost him.
He had a cricket phone.
Oh, you say you got a cricket phone. Yeah. But Grandmaster.
Tony Hawkins, can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
And the difference in what we're trying to accomplish in ancient Freemasonry, right, in the Mystical program that we practice under, it's like we got to, this is the only, like, I can't say it on the Mystical program, but I know under for sure in ancient Freemasonry, right, dual jurisdictions, that we have the opportunity to embrace all jurisdictions, no matter what affiliation you're under, because no one has a right to it but us.
Right.
That's why it's going to be so guarded, because there's not going to be somebody who lives in Texas or Virginia that's going to get a hold of this and then turn around and nigga to their own personal, stuff like that. So we spread this thing globally with many different individuals from many different affiliations. And the most important part is the respect for the Grand Master of each jurisdiction, because I was not allowed too much to practice interfaith martial right unless they had the permission of the Grand Master of the jurisdiction. And that's for two reasons: to make sure we're not trying to interfere with anybody else. It's not taking away.
Grandmaster. I don't want to mess your name up, but go ahead, Grandmaster.
Well, let me give you those experience. Just like this, Grandmaster. Grandmaster is a good friend of mine. We met through, talking about ancient Moors, right, and this, right.
Right.
He's in a total different jurisdiction. He belongs to the UMA, and involved in it, and because the connection and the sincerity that we have with work that we're working with, the leaders of the UMA said, hey, it's okay for y'all to be a part of it if the Grand Lodge chooses to be a part of it. We just don't want the Grand Lodge officers to hold position.
Right.
Fair. So now, guess what? Now, last year, Brother Sid had his session, and a bunch of us were down there. I had my session, a bunch of them came in. Now we're doing the work that we're supposed to be doing.
Correct.
Guys are coming, like we had the Ancient Morse right. When we went down the Grandmaster Dre session, guess what? Texas has already had one, but now with Grandmaster Shamati, he got his Ancient Morse right. And then also Chris Manning in Arkansas got his Ancient Morse right. So we're building.
Right. So I'm going to answer this question for a brother. His name is James Kemet. He's about to join the Grand Lodge of Enoch in New York. Do you know anything about them? Yes, I do. I do know about the Grand Lodge of Enoch. I applaud you for that choice. I know that they're a good Grand Lodge from some of the brothers I personally know from that Grand Lodge. So I applaud you. The Grand Lodge of Enoch out of New York has been around for a while. So go have fun, enjoy your journey, and I applaud you for picking that particular Grand Lodge out of New York for what you chose to become a Freemason in. Thank you. I appreciate that. Grandmaster Raymond Edwards, you got anything else you want to add, brother? Before
who's the Grandmaster?
you know what? I have to look. I don't know who's. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know who's the sitting Grandmaster right now, if they've had a session or anything, to be truthful with you. But I do know of the Grand Lodge of Enoch out of New York. So I won't throw a Grandmaster name out there, and I don't know if that person is still Grandmaster. I won't do that. So, Grandmaster Edwards. Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I lost Grandmaster Edwards.
No, I'm mute your phone, so I'm trying to eliminate the background noise.
Oh, okay, I appreciate that. So look, we're finna go into another segment of the show. If any of you want to stay on and discuss that segment of the show, you're certainly welcome to do that. And this segment of the show, we're gonna go into a little esoteric side of Freemasonry. When I first threw out that first question, and we're gonna dibble and dabble on that. So if you wanna participate, you're certainly welcome to do so, and I appreciate it. So it's on you.
Grandmaster, I'm not I'm sorry.
Go ahead, talk to me.
We will be planning an esoteric summit sometime in the fall. Location is being worked on right now, and to try to get people like it. And the biggest problem we have with these guys is they got since I'm a 95th, but you don't know nothing about these previous degrees. You don't know nothing about the work. You don't have any of the regalia. Those aprons in college don't mean nothing when you don't have it all under your hat.
Right.
And like I said, when you as a national Grand Master for the Memphis Missourian, when we do get a chance to have a meeting, and when you walk in a meeting, when you start seeing some of the things we do, and all I want you to do is you're welcome to come in because you're my invited guest, and I want you to tell me your experience when it's all over. You tell me how you felt inside, the outside.
When I tell you, as we always do. Hey, Grandmaster, I appreciate you. Thank you very much for coming on and explaining some of the things that I didn't even know. And I'm looking forward to our next conversation and face-to-face where we can sit down and discuss some of the things that you just brought up.
Anybody that's interested, we can conversation about it. Not get any information. I can tell you what you need to do if you want to participate, and I will help you. But that's where we've lost everything as far as I'm concerned. With the brothers, like, see, I'm 53 years old, bro. I didn't start masonry young. You know what I'm talking about, Tony. We didn't get masonry from the internet. We had 5 different books, reading books, learning books. That's why we know more most of these cats do now, because all they do is Google something, pick the key points, and that's what it is. All they're good at now is researching why John J. Jones did this or why Prince Hall did that.
Right. Right. Exactly. You're absolutely right.
They can't tell you how to lay a cornerstone. They can't tell you certain things.
That's it.
So like with my brothers, I got a whole bunch of more members, but I ain't dealing with no punk. If you a punk and you a Mason, you ain't for me, bro.
Oh my God. I tell you one thing about Grandmaster Ray Evans from the King of Kings Grand Lodge in New Jersey. He just, I don't even know. I don't even know. But anyway.
Hey, how do I see what you got going on? I want to see the comments.
Hey, go to the YouTube page, which is going to be John G. Jones Research Lodge 147, and you can watch it live right now.
Okay. Well, I'm off, and I'll be off.
All right, then. I appreciate the love, bro.
Love you, bro.
All right, then. Peace.
Brother Hawkins, I'm gonna be off too. I'm gonna look at you, watch your YouTube, other things I take care of at the present time. But I appreciate you once again, my brother. I appreciate your kind words. I appreciate your words of wisdom and understanding. I appreciate all that you do for the Masonic Order, for the brotherhood, for the sisterhood. I appreciate all you're doing in general in life for the uplift of our brothers and sisters. I appreciate you, my brother.
All right. I appreciate you, and take care now, Gran.
You too, my brother. Peace.
All right. So we're going to go into another segment of the show tonight. And for those of you who are on, I want to say I appreciate you for tuning in. And first of all, before I go any further, I'm going to clear the air on some things right now because some of y'all, I've been reading your chats. Look, some of the Grand Lodges that are on this show, and when they come on, no, they're not recognized by the Grand Lodge of England. I don't give a hoot about the Grand Lodge of England because the Grand Lodge of England don't give a hoot about me. My concern is about those who fellowship with me, all right? So I know Kings of Kings Grand Lodge. I know Enoch Grand Lodge. I know several other Grand Lodges from across the United States. Whether they're recognized by the Grand Lodge of England or anybody else, I don't care. That's why I stay out the bushes and keep my light on. My concern is about building a strong unity amongst Black Masons, period. Okay? So when you ask the question about are they recognized by the Grand Lodge of England? No. And we don't care. Okay? Please, if you're concerned about being recognized by the Grand Lodge of England, you need not to be on this page. This group is not for you. This group right here in this page is about building fellowships. Okay, it's about the brotherhood. It's about individual growth as a Mason. So anything other than that, you can squash it. I'm not going to debate you about no history. No more. That's done. All right, you hearing it here first. Unless, the only excuse I got, unless somebody posts something up, and it's going to be on a positive note. I'm not going to be debating and arguing with anyone in regards to that because we're trying to, you know what, this is just a different page. All right? Go somewhere else with that. This is just a different page. So let's have an understanding. Now, on to what I really want to go get into is dealing with those three great lights. Somebody mentioned something about the esoteric thing in Freemasonry. So I'm going to break something down to you. You can go back and research it for yourself. Please do. Because it was brought to my attention by a brother who is from PHA Grand Lodge out of Pennsylvania. He sent me some information. And he knows exactly who he is. And no, it's not you, Brother Lewis. I can call your name out. This is another brother. He sent me some information. And it made me think. And tonight we're going to add to that. We're going to speak about the three great lights in Masonry. We're just going to speak about them. In other words, are they really the three great lights of Masonry? Because I would tell you this. Before the Bible was added into Masonry, there was only two great lights, the compass and square. You can Google, you can YouTube, you can do any of the readings you want to. It was only the compass and square was considered your great lights in Freemasonry, period. Now, you may ask, why so? Why just them? And how did the Bible become part of the altar? And where did this G come from? We go into that tonight. And if you want to call into the show and have that particular conversation, you're certainly welcome to. So I see my brother Illuminating Light that was on tonight. He's certainly welcome to call in. And we can have that conversation because I think that he's one that can definitely add to the conversation tonight. So he's definitely welcome to call in. And if any of you who wants to call in, please do that. The number tonight is going to be 619-985-1184 is tonight's call-in number. If you choose to call in, please do. All right, we're going to talk about some great lights in Freemasonry, particularly the Holy Bible, the Square, and Compass. We're going to get into that conversation, and also we're going to talk about some great light and the Order of the Eastern Star. I can't leave my sisters out. Too many times, brothers, we do things and we always want to leave the sisters out. But I'm going to talk about the great light in the Order of the Eastern Star, which is hardly ever really talked about. So before I get into the great lights in Masonry, let's talk about the great lights in the Order of the Eastern Star. Now, first of all, if you don't know, now you know. There are 5 degrees in the Order of the Eastern Star. There are 5. No, there are not 3. I don't want to ever hear a brother come to me, want to talk about the Eastern Star, and he's saying there are 3 degrees. There are 5 degrees in the Order of the Eastern Star, and they all reside on a point. There is no square in the Eastern Star. There are only points in the Eastern Star. Each point has a password and a sign. Each star has a password and a sign. Okay, so that is representative of 5 degrees. This is why you can't and you shouldn't be an Eastern Star unless you are a daughter, a wife, a widower, okay? A sister or mother. Period. Other than that, you shouldn't be an Eastern Star. Those are the rules. Now, things has changed. Because things have changed, we use such words as, sister, I'm going to adopt you. I'm going to represent you, my sister. So therefore, if a brother would sign his name on that sister's application, letting them know that she is represented by a brother Mason. Now, the only other person to sign an application, first and foremost, should be a brother, real brother, who is a Mason. This is why in Freemasonry, in the order of the pure essence of the order of the Eastern Star, in Freemasonry should be done by bloodline. Some of you are probably saying you have lost your mind. I have not. Let's look at Freemasonry. Let's look at the order of the Eastern Star, and we're going to take a look at those three great lights. But first of all, let me read some of the comments. Sonic civil rights. Boy, y'all got me going. So let's look at it from this point of view. Now, in those days long gone, we're talking the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, though in some of the 80s, those days long gone, before the internet arrived, okay? We all knew that most brothers and sisters who was Mason and Eastern Stars were connected through bloodline, meaning that my mother was a Mason. So as a son of a Mason, as a son of an Eastern Star, I petition. Hold on, what I got? Hello. Oh, I got another caller. Hold on. Hello. Well, I lost the caller. I'm sorry, I didn't hear the number. Please call back. I don't know why I didn't hear the number, but please, if you're going to call the show, please call back. I certainly would appreciate it. If you're going to call the show, please call back. That is 619-985-1184. You're welcome to be on the show tonight. This is the John G. Jones Research Lodge number 144, Shore 147 show tonight. So I appreciate you tuning in. So let's get done. Now, what I was saying is that the bloodline of the Order of the Eastern Star is based upon family. Period. Family. Along the way, we have changed that. We want to adopt somebody. I'm going to vouch for you. I'm going to do this. And you sign the application. The application for a member who's seeking membership as a Mason and as a member of the Order of Eastern Star should only be done by those who are family. Plain and simple. But as things happen, we evolve, we change, because we're looking for membership. That's the truth. We're looking for membership. So now we will accept people based upon, hey, you want to be a Mason? Hey, you want to be an Eastern Star? You fill out this application. This is what you got to pay. We're going to interview you. What happens is that during the interview, you don't ask the important questions. See, during the investigation committee, in some jurisdiction, I'm not going to say all, but in some jurisdictions, you don't ask the important question. This is one of the important questions. What's your finances like? And you may say, well, why are you asking about my finances? Look, if you are a Mason in an order, and if you are a Mason or a Eastern Star, you know that it takes money to travel. Hold on just a second. Man, why am I missing so many calls tonight? Anyway, if you're a Mason or someone who's part of the Order of the Eastern Star, you know it takes money to travel and to visit various locations. That's why it's important, okay? We all know, and we have seen people who come into this thing called Freemason or Order of the Eastern Star. They're in it for a month, and then what happens is they want to borrow money from the lodge. If I'm lying, tell me I'm lying. Somebody, Hawkins, you lying. You can say it, Tony Brother Muhammad, you lying. Come on now, talk back to me, because I know that this has actually happened. Every brother was not, let me see, every brother was met on the point. Oh, certainly. So it goes back to let you know that, look, brothers use the square. Are you on the square? Are you on the level? The sisters use the point. Now, if you want to use the point, now let's look at this here thing right here, because some of us tend to miss some things in this side of Freemasonry in the Order of the Eastern Star. Each point is for a 45-degree angle. Each point is a 45-degree angle. I'm just saying. And I want you to take a look at that. Now, if you take 5 squares, right? 5 squares. And you put them around the point of the eastern, see how they line up. See, sisters are not on the square. The brothers are. The sisters are on the point because they visit each point. And I'm gonna leave it at that. I could say what the brothers do, but that's not this type of show. You know, so when you look at that, then you have to view it from a whole nother point of view. Those who have been initiated in the craft, those who have been passed and raised, especially brothers who have been raised, you know exactly what I'm saying about that square. When you are coming from a dead level to a living perpendicular, you know exactly what I'm saying. And for those sisters who have wind the labyrinth and stopped at each of the points, they also should know. But what happens is this is not being taught. Nobody wants to talk about that. See, the sisters are on a point, the brothers are on a square, and some say maybe even a level. So if you're going to call in tonight, 619-985-1184. Tonight's guest I had on my show was Grandmaster Raymond Edwards. I also had another Grandmaster on the show, and pardon me for missing your name, sir. I apologize. I really do. I'm going to have to go back and I'm going to have to listen to your name and add you to the show. I apologize for that. But definitely, I just want to let them know how much I appreciate them. Now, let's talk about that Bible, the square and the compass. All right? How about that? But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and what you need shall be added unto you. So, Prophet Malcolm Muhammad, I appreciate you. You know, I really like you. I ain't never seen you in my life, but I enjoy you. I'm going to talk about that. Okay, since that's right here, right now. Let me break that down to you. If you're going to seek the kingdom of heaven, where is it? Okay, Brother Malcolm Prophet, I'm calling you out right now, brother. And it's not anything bad. I'm just clearly saying, if you're going to seek the kingdom of heaven, where is the kingdom of heaven? Then there you will find the key. There you will find the key. And the reason everything will be added unto you is because of you. If you want something out of life, you got to go get it. That's what's going to be added. If you don't want it, you don't add it. Okay, but let's take a break. Let's just take a break, a time out just for a second, and look at what brother popped up within you. That's number one. The Bible tells you that, okay? That's where the kingdom of heaven is at. It says his righteousness. His righteousness is your righteousness. And the reason I say that is because you should not ever treat yourself bad. You shouldn't treat yourself bad, okay? Because if you treat yourself bad, you're going to treat others bad, all right? Now, that's righteousness. Secondly, is that what you need shall be added. Secondly, what you need is going to be added because that's what you need. You're going to work hard for it. You're going to go for it. Look, what is prayer without action? I could pray all day and get back in my bed. But if I don't get off my knees and put my prayer into actions through the kingdom, I don't add nothing. Hear what I'm saying. If I don't get off my knees after I have prayed to the grand architect of the universe, nothing happens because I don't take the prayers that I prayed and put them into action and seek the kingdom of heaven, which is within, and added anything. I didn't add nothing. I just laid back in bed and went to sleep thinking that something was going to happen. Nothing happens unless you do it. Nothing. Nothing happens unless you do it. Stop lying to yourself. All right? check your 14th degree ring. That is your yard. You're absolutely right, my brother. All right, so now let's go over to the Masonic things just for a hot minute, okay? We're going to talk about that compass, that square, and that Holy Bible. First of all, the Holy Bible was added to the altar, all right? The Holy Bible as we know it in the United States of these Americans, okay? Now, before that, there was no Bible on the altar. There was no G placed in the center. There was no, it was not. When you're looking at the pure essence of Freemasonry, it was based on two great lights. And I've done my little work on that, my brother. The square and the compass. Those are your great lights in Freemasonry. No matter where you go as a Mason, if the square and the compass are not placed as they should on the altar, you'll know what degree you're in. Hear me clearly. If the compass and square, no matter where you go in this world as a Mason, if they're not placed properly, you're going to know what degree you're in. If it's placed on an inter-apprentice, if it's placed on a fellow craft, if it's placed on a master Mason. Period. I have visited lodges. They just opened the Bible, okay, and placed the compass and square in there. What am I to say? Oh, it's dark? What's wrong with you? That's why France, the Grand Lodge, I think I want to say the Grand Lodge of France, because they have split now. They don't have the VSL on the altar. They don't. But if you choose to take your obligation upon a VSL, you can. Now, some brothers have taken their obligation, their oath upon the Constitution of their said lodge. Why? Because they don't want to take it on the Quran, because they don't want to take it on the Bible or any other faith books. They don't. They'll rather take their obligation upon the Constitution of said lodge. That's just what some Masons have done. I have seen it. This is why it's important for every Mason, every sister of the Order of the Eastern Star to travel. As long as you believe the way you're doing it is the correct way, which is right for you in your lodge, you're going to be sadly mistaken when you travel outside of your boundaries. Because Freemasonry is a universal fraternity. Period. It's universal, brother. No matter where you go in this world, you're going to find a Mason in any country. Any country you can put your foot on, you will find a Freemason. Bar none. And there are some countries you cannot wear your Masonic regalia. That's just how secretive Freemasonry is in some countries. That's just a fact. So let me look at some of your comments. Faith without works is dead. What I meant to say. Oh, okay, Brother Michael White, what's going on? You are circumscribed in the square. Taught. Oh, okay. Oh, your thoughts. Oh, okay. Okay, when you're talking about circumscribed in the square, you're actually not circumscribed in the square. It is actually the compass, because the compass keeps you within due bounds. Okay, the compass keeps you within due bounds. A complete 360-degree circle, okay? Boom, boom, boom. Keeps you within due bounds. But more with your brother Mason, okay? It doesn't say your brother Prince Hall. It doesn't say your brother John G. Jones. It doesn't say your brother Mainstream. It doesn't say your brother Universal, brother International, brother Modern Free. It doesn't say that. It says your brother Mason. Now, how shall I know you to be a Mason? Huh? Oh, my lodge don't recognize yours. It's not about your Grand Lodge. Okay? Hear me clearly. It is not about your Grand Lodge, because outside of your lodge where you have your meeting at is truly the lodge itself. Okay? Within the lodge itself, the body of this rock we call Earth is your lodge. if you are a Mason, if you're an Eastern Star, that is your chapter. Let me tell you why. And I've said it before. The compass and square of the Master Mason is hidden. It's hidden within the 5 points of the star. It is. You can take that and let it alone. It is hidden. I demonstrated that once before in another show, but I'm going to tell you this. For those Masons and those Eastern Stars, compass and square is hidden within the star. That's a fact. That's not something that's thought up or thrown out there. No, that's just what it is. All right. The signs and symbols. Certain signs and tokens. That's right. Okay. All right. I appreciate it. I pass the sacraments, Brother Hawkins, so I may give to the giver without expectation. Yeah, that's true. I spoke about that the other day. And this is the thing about being a Mason. It clearly says, until you have found him or them as worthy and well qualified as you are yourself. So in saying that, when a brother reaches out to you and he lets you know that he may need a favor, you have to make sure that he's worthy and well qualified. Because what happens is some people like to take advantage of the fact that they may be part of. That's the favor of being a Mason. That's the privilege of being an Eastern Star, right? You know a sister, you don't know what you have never ever seen her, but because she's an Eastern Star, you're going to what? Find favor. You're going to do for her, but you've never known her. You've never seen her. Just like being a Mason, you have found favor. All right. But we must adhere to the protocol. The protocol is said until I found him or them. So if I'm talking to you as an Eastern Star, if I'm talking to you as a Mason, have I found you worthy and well qualified as I am myself? Have I really Q&A'd you? Have we had that conversation? Or did I just accept you on the mere fact of your word? Meaning that you could have picked up a book. You could have done anything. Did I even try you? Something to show that you are who you say you are. All right. So in saying that and going forward, when you consider those great lights of Freemasonry, truly in the core, it is the compass and square. It is. Now you can bring the Holy Bible or the VSL inward and say, well, that is part of it. That's because it is based upon your faith, your beliefs. Okay, this is why Freemasonry says he regards no man for his religion. All right, it doesn't. And this, but it's differently in the order of the Eastern Star. It's different in the order of the Eastern Star. You know why? In the order of the Eastern Star in the United States, there's always going to be a Bible on the altar. That's the way it was organized. That's how it was set up from the beginning. Always a Bible on the altar. Now, if a sister of another faith wants to take an obligation or be part of the order, she has to take that obligation upon her Bible, okay, of her faith. But that Holy Bible, that HB, is not going to lead the altar. This is why a lot of sisters who are of different faith don't join the Eastern Star. That's the truth. You know, and there are some that do, but for the majority, this is one of the reasons that they don't join. Now, you can sit here and say whatever you want to say, but that's just a fact. So if you want to call into the show tonight, you're certainly welcome to do so. I was trying to find my my administrator. He's busy right now. That number tonight is going to be 619 985 1184. If you want to call the show tonight, you're certainly welcome to do so. I certainly would appreciate it. So we're talking about the great lights in Freemasonry and what they are, you know. So we're looking at it from that point of view. You know, this is no secret. You know, so please don't come to me talking about, oh, you spreading secrets. That's no secret. You know, it's really not. And some of us don't even really know what are the secrets of a Master Mason. What are the secrets of a fellow craft or into apprentice? Have any of you ever thought about that? And I'm going to say this to you. If you are a Master Mason, a fellow craft or into apprentice, and if anybody ever tells you that there's no secrets in Freemasonry, they have just lied to you. If anybody ever tells you that there are no secrets in Freemasonry, they have just lied to you. That's the fact. Now, some of you are going to be like, Brother Hawkins, no, come on, Tony Muhammad. That can't be. No, what you're talking about, that ain't right, bro. No. I'm telling you. And for those of you who have called me on my phone and have had this conversation, you know what I'm saying is the truth. You know it because you researched it for yourself after we had the conversation. You looked at it and said, well, you know, he's right. But you don't pay attention to what you say when you say your obligations, do you? No, you ain't paying attention. You just happen to be a Mason. You just elated to be an Eastern Star. You're not paying attention. This is why when you go into these appending bodies, such as the York Rite or Scottish Rite, you miss a whole lot because now you're 32nd. Oh, I'm a 32nd Knights Templar. I'm a 32nd Scottish Rite. Sublime Prince. Oh my God, illustrious Tony Hawkins. Oh, I love that sound. Oh, but you don't know a thing. You don't know. Because when you went through your rites, and some of you probably was never initiated in them, but when you went through them, you was obligated. You didn't pay attention to what you were saying. You didn't. This is why in some jurisdictions, not all, in some, different things happens for different people. Depends on the circle. In some jurisdictions, those who have what I would call movers and shakers, all right, those jurisdictions, the movers and shakers meet by themselves. Hear me clearly. Those jurisdictions who may have members in their organization that consider movers and shakers, okay? So you may want to ask, well, who in the hell are movers and shakers? I'm talking about people like congressmen and senators, governors, mayors, city council people. If you got more than 5 of those in your particular jurisdictions, those are movers and shakers. I'm not talking about one and you got another one way over cross country. No, I'm talking about they're in your jurisdiction. In your jurisdiction, where you can pick up the phone and call them, all right, in your state, all right? Those are considered movers and shakers, all right? Because they can get things done that you can't get done. Let's just be honest, all right? And we know that there are many of individuals of that caliber who are part of the Fraternal Order of Freemason. And things happen because of them. Let's just be honest with it. All right? And I'm proud. I'm proud to say, hey, damn, if you can make it happen, make it happen. I ain't mad. I'm not mad. The true secrets of Freemasonry are not even coded in the rituals, but in the meaning of the degree. I will agree with that. I will certainly agree. Brother Williams, tonight, when you have an opportunity, give me a call. If you're going to stay on the show, I got about 15 minutes. I'll be off. Give me a call, Brother Williams, and I'm going to share some information with you in regards to what you just posted, okay? I certainly would appreciate it. 619-985-1184 is the call-in number tonight. So if you want to call in and have a topic, you got something you want to say, you're certainly welcome to do that. To do that, you're certainly welcome. And I appreciate each of you. So once again, I'm going to send a blanket shout out to all of my brothers and sisters in the various jurisdictions. Universal Grand Lodge, big shout out. PHA, shout out to you, my brothers and sisters. PHO, where you at in the house tonight? Ancient Free and Accepted Masons, John G. Jones, I love you, brothers. And to my Universal brothers, International and Modern Free, much love. You can post, as a matter of fact, while I got you on tonight, why don't you post your jurisdiction? If you're mainstream, you can post mainstream. I don't care. This show is about Freemasonry. It's about the Order of the Eastern Star. We're about uniting. We're about building. If you ain't about that, then you're at the wrong place, the wrong time, the wrong show. Go listen to the Masonic Roundtable, those striptease shows. Go listen to, I'm not going to even call it, but go. Just Leave this show alone because we're about unifying. We're about building up the next man. Okay, that is what this show is about, all about. I'm not going to tear down you because you're international, Prince Hall, PHO, and I'm not going to tear you down. I'm going to build you up. If somebody asks me in regards to what's the best lodge I can join, I'm not going to tell you it's Prince Hall. I'm not going to tell you it's a John G. Jones affiliate. I'm not going to tell you that it's an international modern free. I'm going to tell you to find yourself a Mason. Hear me clearly. Or a member of the Order of the Eastern Star. Seek one out. Put in your petition for membership and go from there. All right? I'm not going to just put one over the other. I'm not going to do that. Too many times we want to put somebody over. No, I'm not going to do that. That won't happen here. All right? That's not that show. Not at all. So whatever jurisdiction you are a part of, be it a sister or a brother who's on tonight, please post it up. Let people know, hey, you in the house tonight. And I appreciate that. So please hit the like button, hit the thumbs down button, hit a damn button. Let everybody know about the show because this is different. We want it to be different because Masonry is a forever progressive organization, forever moving forward, never going backwards. Never. All right? Because there's some ugly history in Freemasonry, and that's the truth. And I might even talk about that in a later show, but that's not this show tonight. We're going to keep it going. So certainly, we're talking about those great lights in Freemasonry, the Holy Bible, the square, and the compass. All right? And the only reason I say the Holy Bible is because here in the United States, in most, if not all Masonic lodges, you have a Holy Bible placed upon the altar, which is really, if you go outside of the boundaries, you will find that it is called a VSL, okay? Volume of Sacred Law. So what is a volume of sacred law? Let's answer that question tonight. What is a volume of sacred law? If anybody has a clue, they want to post it, they want to call it in. What is a volume of sacred law? I got something for you. I said it earlier, but I don't know if you was paying attention. What is a volume of sacred law? Greetings. Sanova Lodge, 76, Ancient Free and Accepted Mason. Rio. All right, New Mexico, under the Grand Lodge. Hey, welcome. I appreciate you, brother. Much love to you. Much love to you. Please post, look, post your Grand Lodge. Post your lodge. Hey, put it in here. This show is for us, by us, for, I mean, you know, this is not one of them shows where you think, oh, you know, this is not scripted. This is what it is. If my dog bark, I just want to strangle his neck sometime. I'm telling you, I just want to just put my hand around that little dog neck. But I got grandkids, and they going to come over one day, and they're not going to see their dog. I can't have that. So I leave them alone. I let them be. You know what I mean? All right, so look, I think I've said enough for tonight. I want to appreciate everybody for coming on, sharing their information, especially Grandmaster Raymond Edwards, and the other Grandmaster from New Jersey that was on. Brother, I apologize for not remembering your name at the time. However, if you text me at 619-985-1184, I would definitely add you to tonight's show, okay, in the marquee. All right, I would definitely do that. So I appreciate you. Everybody who's online tonight, much love to you. I do appreciate you. You make the show. Let's have an understanding. I'm gonna say this: for those who watch the show, for those who follow the show, for those who come on and participate, you make the show. When a person thinks that they make the show, they've lost it. You make the show. And I want to say I appreciate you in your works that you do. I really do. Widow's Son Lodge, 16, most Wishful King Hiram. Oh, Jackson, look, if I ever come back to Mississippi, and it's going to be soon, I'm going to tell you this, King Hiram Grand Lodge in Mississippi, my home state. When I come back to Canton, Mississippi, and I go and put up a video, I go and tell you that I'm in the city, and you can't send me a shout out, man, we gonna we're gonna have to move the furniture out the way. We're gonna have to move the furniture out the way. I'm just saying. Yazoo, Mississippi. What's up, widow son number 16? Glad to have you. Ask and it shall be given unto you. What's up, Malcolm Prophet? Boy, you putting it out. Seeking you shall find. Knock and the door shall be open unto you. For everyone that asketh receiveth, and he that seeketh findeth, and to him that knocketh it shall be. It shall be. You're absolutely right, Malcolm Prophet. Malcolm Prophet, did you ever become a Mason? What did you do in your journey? I appreciate you coming on tonight. HB Turner Grand Lodge. K Walker, I appreciate you. Thank you for coming on tonight. SOW31, big shout out to you. As a matter of fact, tell Grandmaster Dre Jones, I want to have him on the show. We spoke briefly about him coming on, but we never really connected in regards to what time or when. But definitely, I want him on my show. Hear me clearly. Grandmaster Dre Jones, the Grand Lodge of Texas, HB Turner, one of the youngest Grand Lodges, one of the youngest Grand Masters I know. All right. Welcome to come on the show. Hit me up. I'll hit you up. However we make it happen, brother. That's an open invitation to you. I appreciate you. Brotherly Love Grand Lodge, Alabama. Oh, Evergreen 123, International Free and Accepted Mason. Welcome aboard. I appreciate you. Thank you for the shout out. Also tonight, El Paso 13, Ancient Free and Accepted Mason Grand Lodge, Colorado. Ooh, Ancient Free. Hey, much love to my brothers, Ancient Free and Accepted, Free and Accepted, Modern Free International, everybody. Big shout out. I'm going to go ahead and close it down tonight. I think I'm going to catch some of this basketball game. Before I go, can somebody please put up a basketball score? I'm just asking. I want to know. That's for real. Hamatari Grand Lodge. Big shout out to you, Hamatari. Not only that, hey, Grandmaster Herbert Smith, past Grandmaster for the Grand Lodge of Hamatari. Grandmaster Michael, past Grandmaster Hamatari here in California. Before I go, I want to make sure I say this. The Grand Lodge, Hamatari, is the oldest, is the second oldest black Grand Lodge in the state of California. And I say that because Grandmaster Fletcher, who is a former Grandmaster under PHA, organized that particular Grand Lodge. I'm just saying, I love you, brother. Peace and be well. Who else is putting up tonight? On my 22nd birthday, I'm going on my mission to serve my church and God. I'm traveling to England to preach the word of wisdom. Well, Malcolm Prophet, I want to tell you this, brother. If that's your journey that you are on, you take that journey, you roll with it. You roll with that journey, Malcolm Prophet. You go and you make it do what it do, baby. And you keep looking forward. Don't look back because somebody may be gaining on you. And stay out the bushes and keep your light on. That's for you, Malcolm Prophet. Who else we got up here tonight? 50, 55. Oh, okay. 50. Well, you got 50, 55. That's a score. That's true enough. But who got 50? Who got 55? Michael White? Come on, I just got to talking to you a little while ago, Mike. Come on now. Somebody got to let me know who's 50 and who's 55. You know, I did try to get your cousin. Oh, okay. Let me see. I did try to get your cousin to come to reinstate with us. Oh, okay. All right. What? Do that. Hit him up. Oh, do that. I ain't mad. Just want to send everybody a big shout out who's on tonight. Curtis Lindsay, thank you. Michael White, thank you. William Hodges, thank you. Is that Hodges or Hughes? Thank you. Larry Diamond, appreciate it. Who is that? Don 55, thank you, I appreciate it. Philip, hey, Philip, what's going on with you? You had to circumscribe the square. Oh, okay, we talked about that. All right, Philip, appreciate it. All right. For those of you who are on tonight, I just want to say I appreciate you coming on. And we're going to call it a night. And like I said, whatever you do, please hit the like button. This sends them out beyond where we're at into other regions, you know. And we just want to have some fun, man. We want to just spread the light of Freemasonry and let everybody know that it's a beautiful organization, regardless of where you go. Freemasonry is a beautiful organization. The Order of the Eastern Star is a lovely organization here in the United States. We're going to do that. Oh, and before I go, so just recently it was posted that in New York, I want to say New York, there's a Grand Lodge of female Masons. If I'm not mistaken, for those of you who know what I'm talking about, you can correct me. In New York, there is a Grand Lodge of female Masons in New York. They just organized themselves here about a month ago. They just did the damn thing. So look, don't be surprised. Don't hear this. And within 5 years, the Grand Lodge of England, hear me clearly, is going to recognize female Freemasons. Anybody want to take a bet? I'm saying within the next 5 years. It may be a little longer, it may be even sooner, but I'm telling you that they're going to do it. And let me tell you why they're going to do it. If you go to the page of the Grand Lodge of England, they have clearly said that the works of the female Freemasons in England is great. They do the works. Okay, their work is good. But they are considered irregular, not clandestine, but irregular. Why? Because they're females. That's why they're considered irregular. Now, check this out. As my brother Trevon posted the other night, he said that they don't use the word bogus or clandestine and all them other crazy words that we use in the United States. They just say you're irregular because you're not recognized by them. Okay? Now, here's the kicker. If the Grand Lodge of England can tell you that those females are irregular, and they can also say that the work that they do is regular work, how would they know unless they visited? How would you know if the works of the female is correctly done unless you have seen it? This is why in the next 5 or so years, they're going to be recognized by the Grand Lodge of England. And what are you going to do, brothers? That should be another show. So until then, I'm out. We've been on here for about an hour and a half, and I appreciate everybody. So until I see you, until I meet and greet each of you, wherever you may be at, I wish you Godspeed, and may the Grand Architect of the universe bless you and yours on your journey. Peace and be well. And whatever you do, always remember, stay out those bushes and keep your light on. All right, I'm out. Oh.